basketball fans, we are coming to you live from the UP Diliman Varsity Training Center for the NSAC 2026 College Basketball Campus Tour. We are down to our final game of this afternoon after a thrilling matchup here between the USD Growling Tigers and the Perpetual Altas, a game where USD dominated from start to finish, but that all leads to our final game here at the UP Diliman Varsity Training Center between the home team, the UP Fighting Maroons, going head-to-head here with the St. Benilde Blazers. This is a great matchup to end our afternoon here for the NSAC 2026 College Basketball Tournament, and we welcome you to our final game. My name is Kobe Dio, and I'm pleased to join you here for a thrilling matchup between two of the top teams in the country, and we're all excited to see how they stack up here in our final game. But for those of you who are just joining us for the very first time, let's take a look and review our tournament format for the NSAC 2026. 4 groups consisting of 16 teams. Teams are divided into those 4 groups, with each group playing a single round robin format. The standings will be determined, will determine the seedings heading into the final phase, and that phases are as follows: the round of 16, the quarterfinals, then we head into the semifinals. We have a third place game matchup before we head into the finals matchup of the top 2 teams standing. That's all happening throughout the entire tournament. But before we get to that, we have to settle the standings here and take a look at the updated team standings here after that last game between USD and Perpetual. USD going 2-0 and Perpetual splitting at 1-1. But our attention focuses on Group A, with the UP Fighting Maroons winning their first game of this tournament against the Ateneo Blue Eagles, who are second in Group A. Then it's the Benilde Blazers at 1-1, looking for their second win here against the UP Fighting Maroons, right on their home court as well. But attention shifts to the 2 teams in front of us, and let's start with the Benilde Blazers, a team who we know a great program in the NCAA. Their last game against Ateneo went into overtime, and they just lost that by a fraction with 115-119 game against the Ateneo Blue Eagles. That was a game where Ateneo just out-rebounded St. Benilde, and free throws really hurt the Blazers in that last game. We'll see if they can do better here at the UP Varsity Training Center. Now let's talk about the UP Fighting Maroons, coming off of a win as well, also against the Ateneo Blue Eagles, a championship program, a well-established program here in the Philippines, and they're looking to continue on their success right here in the NSAC. Now taking a look at their last matchup against the Ateneo Blue Eagles, that was one where they won just by the skin of their teeth as well. A 3-point win for the Fighting Maroons in that one. That was a game where they dominated in the paint, which allowed them to have numerous opportunities for those offensive rebounds, and a lot of scoring coming for the UP here. Let's turn it over now to our stadium announcer and get things going with our starting lineups. The starters for the Benilde Blazers: Ancheta, Moore, Liwag, Celis, and Galas will be starting things off here for the visiting team. Meanwhile, for the UP Fighting Maroons, they'll be starting Remogat, Dimakulangan, Baila, Pre, and Miles, taking his spot there for the UP Fighting Maroons. A lot of anticipation for this Fighting Maroons team. We got 2 of the top scorers in the tournament competing here today, with Alan Diwag of the Blazers and Ray Remogat on the other end for the UP Fighting Maroons. And talking about the Fighting Maroons a little bit, there's a lot of anticipation on that Fighting Maroons bench, as earlier in the warm-ups you saw Andy Hemao warming up for UP. We'll wait and see if he gets some action here against the Blazers. Would be a great way to introduce him out into the UP family right on their home court. A lot of anticipation coming from that young guard as we await the opening tip here between the Blazers and the Fighting Maroons. It'll be Liwag and Miles at center court for the tip. We get things going for our fourth and final matchup of this afternoon, and it starts with a possession for Benilde. Liwag, the handoff to Moore. He'll start things off with a three-pointer. Not going to go that time. Well, there's a lot of things in UP's favor here. First, it's their home court. They also have a home crowd supporting them here. The Blazers, meanwhile, are a long way from home. Celis gets it to Liwag. The handoff to Ancheta. Ancheta picks up his dribble, gets it in the corner. Galas inside. Lay-in drops, and an and-one opportunity here for Galas. And he'll step up to shoot one more free throw for an and-one opportunity. Take a look at this move here, splitting the D. Away from Pre, away from Miles, and right to the free throw line. Galas goes. First 2 points up in the game. First basket of the game for the Blazers. And he gets it to drop. Completes the and-one play opportunity. Remolgat guarded closely by Ancheta. He gets it across half court. Off the screen from Miles in the corner to Pre. He's guarded here closely by Galas. Pre spins, turns. Can't get the shot to go. Moore in the baseline, slams it home. SJ getting things rocking here for the Blazers. A 5-0 start for them early here in the first quarter. Pre pulls up from deep. Pre gets it to drop, and you can hear the crowds roar. VJ gets the first basket to go here for the Fighting Maroons. Three-pointer is up. Blazers can't get that one to drop. Baila with the rebound. Looking for options. Finds Iniguez, who can't get it to fall. That ball is battered out of bounds, and possession will be to the Blazers. Take a look at that jam by SJ Moore. That's how you get things going for your squad. Baseline drive, nobody there to guard him. Clear the flight path, because it's dangerous when SJ is in the sky. 5-3 is our score. Celis in the corner. He'll pull up for the mid-range. Can't get it to drop. Baila gets it to Remogat. Ray looking for Miles. Backing down the smaller Liwag, and Miles gets to work and gets an easy basket underneath. Ties it up at 5. Ancheta, he's guarded by Remogat. He'll drive left, he'll pull up, and Ancheta is fouled. That'll be the second team foul on the Fighting Maroons. I'll take a look at that move by Miles over Liwag. Great footwork in the post and a soft touch at the rim as well. Very rare for a big man to have. No problem finishing at the rim for Miles. It's Ancheta at the free throw line here for the Blazers to try and retake the lead. And they do with a free throw there. Already the second team foul on the Fighting Maroons. Got to be careful here with still 7:20 remaining in this first quarter. Ancheta goes 2 for 2. Basket drops, and it's a 2-point lead for CSB. Oh, you can see Ancheta just hounding Remogat on defense here. Remogat drives, puts it up. Basket is not going to count. But it will be a foul on the floor on the Blazers. That's going to be their first team foul. Coach Charles Chu watching on here. Of course, the head coach for the Blazers in this tournament is Coach Paulo Layug, but Coach Charles watching on very closely. 5 seconds to shoot. Poked away by Galas, but throws it right into the hands of Di Maculangan. Remogat wide open for a three. Can't get it to fall. Open again. He'll try a little bit longer. Still no for Remogat. Baila, second try. Cannot do it. And the Fighting Maroons had 3 tries, 3 looks at the rim there, but could not get it to fall. It'll be possession for the Blazers. See the UP fans watching on their home courts. That's the great thing about this tournament. You see a lot of fans coming from all walks of life as the Blazers throw that one away. A miscomm between Galas and Liwag. Galas lost his shoe on that one. Let's make sure that that's tied up a little bit tighter next time. Score is 7-5 with the Blazers up in front. Remogat, what a find underneath. But Di Maculangan could not finish. A sorry miss at the rim there. Coach Golden Monteverde watching on as well. Two-point game. Blazers up in front. Liwag leads the tournament in scoring. Celis flips it up. No. Tried to step through, but it did not connect. Ball in the hands of Baila. In the corner to Pre. Pre pulls up for the mid-range. Nope. And Liwag has it. Liwag drives, barrels into Pre. And 2 free throws coming up for Allen Liwag. Well, Liwag had every intention of taking that to the rim. Drew contact, and he'll step up to shoot some free throws here. Some more free throws coming up here for the Blazers. Took the lead early on at the free throw line. They'll extend that lead with another free throw here. Score is 8-5 for this game. Still 5:42 remaining in this first quarter. And both teams, a bit of a slower pace to the game than we're used to seeing between these two squads. We'll see if they can pick it up. Remogat guarded closely by Ancheta. Remogat to Baila. Inside to Miles. Miles kicks it out. Extra pass to Pre. Open for 3. In and out. And VJ still can't get that triple to drop. 9-5 is our score. Jumper falls here for Ancheta. And it's a 6-point lead now for the Blazers. Strong drive to the cup that time. Well, Ancheta was left wide open for that mid-range jumper. Nobody close enough to close out. And that'll be a 6-point lead for the Blazers. Some substitutions here for the Fighting Maroons. Payosing checks in. Poyos as well. And Nix Palanca will join the tandem as well, as Di Maculangan is at the free throw line and misses the first of 2. Gani Stevens also checking into the game here. Coming in for Raph Miles. Empty trip at the free throw line here for Elliot de Maculangan. Score is still 11-5. Three-pointer drops here for the Blazers, and they're just hitting on all cylinders. Matt Hukom gets it to drop, and it's a 9-point lead now for CSB. Boy, everything going right for the visiting squad, silencing the UP Fighting Maroon faithful in attendance here. 14-5 is our score, under 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. What a rejection there. Higgs Palanca sending that back to the baseline. And the Blazers will have 11 seconds to shoot. Liwag gets it across. Hukom, can he go 2 for 2? Not quite, but he will shoot 3 free throws. And it's just been that kind of quarter for the UP Fighting Maroons. They're over the foul limit already, with still 4:26 to play in the first quarter. 3 free throws now for Matt Hukom. Sinks the first of 2 and gives the Blazers their largest lead of the ball game. Hukom knocks down all 3 free throws to make it a 12-point lead for the Blazers heading into this timeout. .426 still to play here in this first quarter. The UP faithful in attendance here on their home court. Watching on closely as their squad tries to get back into this ball game. They're down by 12. And it's been a slower start to the game for the Fighting Maroons. But still so much time left in this quarter, so much time left in this game for them to recover. You love to see the smiles and cheers still. And that's the right attitude to have. So much time left in this game. With still 4:26 to play, they could close it out on a really good run and get things very, very close here before we end this first quarter. The lead is 12 for the Blazers. The Fighting Maroons will have possession. Palanca gets it to Payosing. Payosing kicks it underneath, and that shot is rejected away by the Blazers. Shot clock did not reset. They'll have 5 seconds to shoot. Stevens works his way underneath, and he'll be rewarded with 2 free throws here at the line. Gani Stevens, chance to score his first points of the ball game here. 3rd team foul on the Blazers, and Stevens knocks down the first of 2. 4:04 left in this first quarter. It's an 11-point lead for CSB, and Stevens makes it a 10-point lead after that made free throw. Sometimes All you need is to see that ball go through the hoop. Let's see if that gets things going here for the Fighting Maroons. A turnover by the Blazers. Fighting Maroons will have possession. Poyos, guarded here by Torres, using the screen from Palanca. Gets it to Payosing. Ogana drives inside, floats it up. Can't get the bounce. Stevens is right there to clean it up. That trims it down to a single-digit ball game. Liwag, guarded by Stevens. Liwag backing down, Gani. Shot won't go. Palanca, the rebound. Up ahead pass to Payosing. Payosing for three. No can do. Stevens, the offensive rebound. And that's 6 straight points coming from Gani Stevens, making it a 6-point ball game. 3 minutes left to play here in this first quarter. Torres the drive. And another unforced error there by the Blazers. It'll be their second turnover in 3 possessions. Take a look at this effort from Gani Stevens. Getting it up. Then the second try as well after the Payosing miss. That's 6 straight points for Gani Stevens. Can he get his 8th right here? No, he cannot. The Blazers are running. Hukom, oh, that's rejected. Volleyball swat by Gani Stevens to protect the rim there. The fake by Hukom sets fires, drills it from downtown. And the lead back up to 9 for CSB. Poyos inside to Stevens. What a cut and what a find by Poyos. Lead back down to 7. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Torres. He's fouled by Poyos. They're over the foul limit. Take a look at this. Set shot by Matt Hukom. Calm as day. And then on the other end, the connection between Poyos and Stevens to trim down this lead. But every time the Fighting Maroons got a good string of runs here, the Blazers have responded and kept arm's length with the lead here. Under 2 minutes to play here in this first quarter. This is our 4th game of the afternoon as Torres misses the second free throw. And the Fighting Maroons with a chance to trim this lead down before we head into the quarter break. Payosing for 3. No can do. Sanchez drives inside, kicks it back out. Hukom gets it to Torres. Using the screen from Go. In the corner they go. 3-pointer is not going to go. Torres, the offensive rebound. Inside to Sanchez. Over Stevens. And an and one opportunity coming up for CSB. Justin Sanchez fighting his way through the contact there to get it over Gani Stevens. That's not an easy task to do, but he can't get the and one play to connect. The lead is 10 for the Blazers with right about a minute and change to go. Torres gets the strip from behind. Hukom has it. He'll fire from deep and drain it. Lead back up to 13. Ogana on the other end gets a quick basket for 2. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Torres has it, using the screen from goal. Torres to Hukom. Misfiring on the pass inside to goal. And you see Iniguez. Yes. 26-15 is our score. An 11-point lead for CSB. About a shot clock's time remaining here in the first quarter. Poyos has it. He'll try to milk out as much time as he can. Off the screen from Stevens. Poyos to Payosing. 5 seconds to shoot. Payosing is challenged at the rim. And CSB won that challenge. 5 seconds to shoot. Sanchez has it. Sanchez the drive. He is rejected by Palanca. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. It's an 11-point lead for the Blazers after the first 10 minutes of play. Taking firm control of the lead there, 26-15. Take a timeout here. Be back with the second quarter for you when we return. Well, the CSB Blazers had a strong early start into this ball game. Meanwhile, for the UP Fighting Maroons, they had some quality baskets to start off the first quarter as well, but they've been unable to connect on the same amount of runs that the Blazers have in that first quarter. Basket after basket, shots from downtown from Matt Hukom was a big reason why CSB is up big here. But for a moment, the Fighting Maroons had a lot of baskets underneath, just like how they did against Ateneo, dominating the paint and trying to bring it close. But the hustle, the defense, and the shooting by the Blazers are what helped them stay on top after the first quarter of play. We'll see if they can continue on with that hot shooting here in the second. And we talked about him earlier, but it is finally happening. Andy Hemao makes his UP Fighting Maroons debut here for the 2026 NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. And he gets his first minutes off the bench. First basket for Hemao. Knocks it down. Welcome to Diliman, Andy Hemao. He cuts the lead down to 9. Torres gets it to Hukom. He's had the hot hand for the Blazers. Torres fakes the three. He'll have 5 seconds to shoot. Torres puts it up. Can't get it to go. Chico Briones with the rebound for UP. Iniguez gets it to Hemao. Back to Briones. No look time inside to Sean Alter, who finishes. The lead cut down to 7. UP already starting this quarter way better than they did in that first quarter. Let's take a look at some replays here. What a dime. The no-look feed from Briones to Alter, who finishes with a nice reverse. Hukom gets it over the defense and knocks it down. The lead back up to 9. The turnaround, the spin. And the shot is good there by Rainier Maga. Celis has it. Sanchez gets it to goal. Goal. cuts to the rim and finishes nicely. Great feed by Sanchez. An even better finish by Go. Hemao. Basket will not count, but we might have to put that on a highlight nonetheless. Hemao gets fouled. That'll be the first team foul on the Blazers here. Boy, a lot of anticipation coming from the debut of Andy Hemao to the Fighting Maroons lair, and he's finally getting his minutes here for UP. He's got the basketball in his hands. He'll pull up for the jumper. Left it short. Briones in the corner for three. Bounces out. Celis with the rebound here for the Blazers. Celis, the drive. The cutoff inside and the finish underneath. Basket is good there for Ronji Go. Maga with the basketball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Maga puts it up. Ball is good and live. Briones out to Maga. Rainier drives, reverse. Shot is not gonna go. And it'll be UP who keeps possession. Now the shot did not hit the rim. So no reset. 3.9 seconds to shoot. Alter needs just about a second to shoot that. And he gets it to drop underneath. More points in the paint here for the Fighting Maroons. Got a foul here on Andy Hemao. That's going to be the second team foul on the Fighting Maroons. Blazers will have 18 seconds to shoot here. Galas has it. He's guarded closely by Iniguez. Pass inside to Galas. Drops it to Go. Go's long floater is good. And the lead back up to double digits. Hemao lobs it up top to Alter, and Alter with an and one opportunity coming up. Credit the basket to Sean, credit the dime to Hemao, and UP with a chance to trim this lead down to 8. Right, this was that long floater by Go. That's a tough shot to get up. And an even tougher shot on the other end by Sean Alter, who finishes and flexes in front of the Blazers as he tries to complete the and one play at the free throw line. Basket is good for Sean Alter. Lead cut down to 8. Celis hands it off here to Kahukom. Josh picks up the dribble, gets it to Torres. Torres using the screen from Liwag. In the corner they go. Galas for three. Left it short. Hemao on the fast break. He's got Maga trailing. He'll take it himself and lay it up and in. 4 points for Andy Hemao in his first few minutes for the UP Fighting Maroons, and he cuts the lead down to 6. 34-28 is our score here. It's a 6-point lead for the Blazers. And the reason why it's a 6-point lead is because Andy Himao finishes that on the fast break here for the UP Fighting Maroons to trim the lead down. A much anticipated debut for Himao for UP has arrived. And he's helped the Fighting Maroons trim down this lead. But they're gonna need a whole lot more from the rest of their crew to try and come back here against the Blazers. That's gonna be a turnover by CSB. An offensive foul called. That'll be their third team foul. Possession will head back to UP with 6:06 remaining here in this first quarter. Foul was called on Galas. Himao with the basketball. Gets it in the corner to Briones for three, and he knocks it down. And this is the closest the Fighting Maroons have been all game. The lead is 3 for CSB. Kahukom, guarded by Himao. He can't get through. Ancheta the drive, hands it off to Galas. Galas finishes. And Galas almost getting a steal as well on the defensive end. The lead back up to 5. Alter gets it inside to Jimenez, and that's rejected by Moore. Great recovery by SJ Moore to get the block there. A great three-point shot in the corner pocket for Chico Briones. Gets it again in the corner. And we get a double dribble called. That'll be a turnover for UP. Possession back to CSB. Ancheta using the screen from Galas. Little two-man game here between Ancheta and Galas. Liwag underneath. Fakes, fires, puts it up and in. And Liwag continuing the strong scoring run here. Himao loses a grip on the basketball. And we got a jump ball called. Possession, arrow points to the Blazers. There's such a thing as a little bit too much to handle. And that time, Himao just tripping on his own crossover that time. He loses a grip on the ball, gives the possession to CSB, who have a 7-point lead on the Fighting Maroons home court. Liwag backing down, Alter. Liwag puts it up, and Liwag will head to the free throw line. Foul will be on Sean Alter. That's going to be the third team foul for the Fighting Maroons. And 2 free throws coming up here for Allen Liwag, leading the tournament in scoring this year. Averages just a little under 25 points per game. Anyone who's watched Allen Liwag play knows that that's just another night, another game for him, averaging 25 points. And we got a lane violation being called here, so Liwag will have an opportunity to try and redeem that second missed free throw with a third opportunity at the line. He makes good on that opportunity. And it'll be a 9-point lead for CSB. (31-40) is our score. The Fighting Maroons down by 9. VJ Pre has checked back into the ball game for UP, sharing the court with Remogat. Briones inside to Miles. Miles kicks it to Pre in the corner, puts it up for 3, and he knocks it down. VJ gets his second triple of the ball game to cut the lead down to 6. Ancheta working his way through traffic. Very patient on that shot to put the lead back up to 8. Remogat directing traffic from the wing. Gets it to Hemao. He'll fire from deep and hit. Andy Hemao with 7 points in the ball game here for the Fighting Maroons. Ancheta has it. Galas spins, fires, the floater drops, and he'll get an and one opportunity. His teammates are pumped, and as they should be, as the Blazers are knocking down and one opportunities left and right. Speaking of knocking down, here's one from Andy Hemao from way downtown, and then on the other end, Galas gets a potential 3 points of his own, but this time at the free throw line. Well, Galas has just been putting in the work for the Benilde Blazers here. Can't get the three-point play opportunity that time, and the lead stays at 7. Miles hands it off here to Remogat. Ray puts it up, draws the foul, and he'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. That foul will be on Ancheta. 4th team foul on CSB. Excuse me, that's a 5th team foul now for the Blazers. And it'll be Noy Remogat at the free throw line for the Fighting Maroons, who knocks down the first of 2. That'll trim it down to just 6. Well, if UP can get this game to within 5 or even under 5 before we head into the halftime break, that is a big win for them already. They've been down all throughout this ball game. And Remogat goes 2 for 2. Hukom checks back into the ball game. Haven't seen much production from Hukom here in the second quarter. He's at the extremely hot hand for Benilde in that first quarter. Shot clock at 10 for the Blazers. Liwag puts it up and knocks it down from the mid-range. Remogat has it. Gets it to Ogana. Working on more. Ogana puts it up. Left it way short that time. Under 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Liwag has it. He's guarded closely by Miles. Liwag again with a mid-range. That time it's short. Baila is running. Remogat puts it up. A little hesitation. Thought he had a teammate on the left side, but no problem for Noy Remogat as he cuts the lead down to 5. 2 minutes and change remaining here in this ball game. Galas gets it here to Ancheta, guarded by Baila. Ancheta puts it up, and he is fouled by Baila. Take a look at this play one more time. Alan Liwag. That tells you a lot of why he leads the league in scoring. And that'll tell you why Noy Remogat is one of the top scorers in the tournament as well. He can hit tough shot after tough shot. Speaking of tough shots, Ancheta took a tough shot as he's still on, was on the floor there momentarily. 5-point game with the Blazers up in front. Ancheta will step up to the free throw line after being fouled by Jacob Baila. Well, the Blazers have been getting to the line all throughout this ball game. They took the lead earlier on in the first quarter at the free throw line and just haven't looked back since. And ever since then, they've just been getting opportunity after opportunity. That second free throw will drop to get this lead back up to 6. Torres checks back in the ball game for Ancheta. It's Pre running with the basketball. To Baila. Gets it to Ogana, fakes the 3. He'll lay it up. Too strong that time by Ogana. And Miles couldn't save the basketball that time. It'll head the other way to the Blazers, who are up by 6. CSB in firm control here of this ball game. Torres gets it to Hukom. Matt gets it back to Torres. Liwag has it. Liwag will make his move. 3 seconds to shoot. Torres for 3. Knocks it down. And the UP Varsity Training Center has silenced after that 3-pointer by Torres to push the lead back up to 9. Well, the UP Fighting Maroons, Season 2, Season 49, men's basketball champions from the 1940s and 1986. There's a lot of banners hanging up here in the Varsity Training Center to remind you of the championship mentality of the Fighting Maroons of Season 84 and Season 87, their latest championship. And they're looking to still add a couple more here coming up in this season. The UP faithful in attendance watching on. Sure, there are some CSB faithful who have made their way down here to Diliman. And for those who did, well, they've been treated to quite the game by the Blazers, who have a 9-point lead with 1:13 remaining here in the second quarter. Stellar game from CSB so far. They'll have 2 more quarters to play, though, to try and cap it off. The Fighting Maroons not down for the count just yet. Pre has the ball up top, trying to get it to Miles. Remogat pulls up from deep. Miles, the offensive rebound. And Miles is fouled by S.J. Moore. Both teams over the foul limit. So it didn't really matter if it was a shooting foul. Miles was going to head to the free throw line anyways for UP. Raph Miles, the latest addition to the Fighting Maroons, will be suiting up for them in Season 89. That's going to be some much needed height, athleticism, and some skill in that big man spot as he misses the second free throw. Torres has it for the Blazers. They're up by 9. Triple falls for Daha. And another and one play coming up. This time, it'll be for 4. Boy, everything going the Blazers' way here in the first half. And one after and one. 3-pointer after 3-pointer. And now it's Daha who tries to complete the 4-point play for Benilde. Basket is good by Daha. He'll complete the 4-point play opportunity. He'll take a seat on the bench very quickly as the lead is up to 13 here for CSB. And that'll be over the back. Hemao stepping on the back court. And that'll be a turnover here for the Fighting Maroons. "30 seconds remaining here in this second quarter. Torres has it. Guarded closely by Baila. Torres drives, flips it up, no. Miles, the rebound, gets it quickly to Baila. Jacob all the way, lays it up and in. Shot clock turned off here for CSB. 4 seconds to shoot. Hukom, he'll fire for a 3 and knock it down. Well, Matt Hukom, after a quiet second quarter for him, makes some noise to finish it off right at the buzzer for the triple for Hukom, who puts the Blazers up by 14 as we head into the halftime break. Their score here, 57-43. We'll take a quick break here, be back with the second half. We're here at halftime, where the CSB Blazers have a commanding 14-point lead against the UP Fighting Maroons. The first half was all CSB. They did it with a lot of quality looks, a lot of quality finishes. They took advantage of those open looks that UP was giving them, and they kept every opportunity right at their fingertips. We saw the debut of Andy Himao in that first half for the Fighting Maroons. Had a couple of points, a couple of assists. He finished that first half with 7 points. Meanwhile, for the CSB Blazers, well, they saw a whole lot of effort here from players like Matt Kahukom. So Alan Liwag obviously doing a boatload of his damage in that first half as well. And we'll look to see more of the league's top scorer in the second half. And we'll have that second half here in just a minute. Again, the score for CSB, 57-43, a 14-point lead for them. That was a first half where CSB shot 59% from the field. UP only able to get 43% from the field. I see the rebounding category for the Fighting Maroons. They out-rebounded CSB in that first half. That's the same area where they dominated in their first win against Ateneo. But the Blazers have just been doing a bit of a better job at distributing that basketball. At 14 assists compared to UP's 10. Both teams very even on the turnovers. Did a very good job at keeping things close in that turnover battle. Not forcing a lot of bad situations, but it's those 3-point shots for Benilde that has just worked wonders for them. The leading scorers for CSB, si Kahukom Galas and Liwag Hukom. A whopping 17 points in that first half. Shooting 4 for 4 from deep in that first half as well. He's at the hot hand, and he will look to continue having the hot hand here in the second half. Meanwhile, for the UP Fighting Maroons, well, they've had or rather 4 triples only as an entire team in that first half. So they'll look to pick things up here, but a lot of where the Fighting Maroons have worked on the offensive end has come from those fast break opportunities. UP won that one 8-0 to CSB. The Blazers have relied heavily on their half-court sets. And for the Fighting Maroons, it's been pushing the pace and pushing the tempo. And when you have players like Andy Himao now suiting up for your squad, you have guys like Noy Remogat running the break as well. Well, you'll definitely have a lot of those opportunities once those lanes open. Well, this is the largest lead of the ball game for CSB, a 14-point lead for them. The Fighting Maroons got very, very close in that second quarter, getting the game to within 3 points, but they have not led at any point in this ball game. And let's see if those changes, those adjustments made in the locker room will reap some benefits for UP here in the third quarter as we get things going with an opening possession for them. Palanca gets it in the corner. Payosing backs down Celis. Payosing puts it up. And shot is good by Payosing. Liwag looking for the pass. He'll get it here to Ancheta. Shot clock down to 8 for CSB. Ball is loose and on the floor. It's Baila who comes up with it. Baila with a burst of speed, lays it up and in with the left hand. 4-0 start for the Fighting Maroons here in the third quarter. Celis curling off the screen. Ball is stripped away, but the officials call a foul. That'll be the first team foul on the Fighting Maroons as you see a turnaround jumper for James Payosing. Gets it to bounce in, and then on the fast break, Jacob Baila getting it to drop with the left hand. The lead is 10 for the Blazers. Ancheta thought about the three-pointer, gets it to Celis in the corner. Rafi gives it up to Liwag. And Gani Stevens could not take a handle on that basketball, so he will, or the Blazers rather, will take it on the side. 2.5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Quick fire is not going to go for CSB. Ancheta has it. They got a second chance opportunity. Galas challenged at the rim. He lost that one. Baila has it for UP. Baila all the way, sneaking it in. It's Stevens who cleans it up. And Gani Stevens continuing the solid effort here for the Fighting Maroons. He's up to 10, and he cuts down the lead to 8. Three-pointer is up for Ancheta. That's not gonna go. Palanca with the rebound. Remogat has it. Noy looking for options. Losing his defender on the cross. Can't get the jumper to go. And we have Rafi Celis with it. Celis all the way. Puts it up and in. Plus the foul. And one opportunity for Rafi Celis as he gets it to drop off of a tough left-handed finish. And speaking of tough finishes, that was a tough one by Gani Stevens. And then on the other end, Rafi Celis getting hacked and getting to the line with one more coming up. Celis can't complete the three-point play opportunity. He'll keep the lead to 10. Payosing all the way. Payosing's finish is no good. Saved here by CSB. And the Blazers still up by 10. Ancheta using the screen from Liwag. Ancheta gets the floater to drop. Back up to a 12-point lead. Baila has it. Baila inside, little up and under for Jacob Baila. The kick out, the three-point shot. That ball will bounce out of bounds. And Ancheta will miss that one. Lead still up to 10 for CSB despite the run of the Fighting Maroons here in the third quarter. Remogat kicks it inside to Payosing. James can't finish. Second try, still no. Stevens tried to tip it in with the jam, but it did not go for Gani Stevens. Celis with the basketball. 61 to 51. Celis puts it up. Celis drains it from deep. And Rafi Celis putting on a little run of his own here in the third quarter. Remogat in the corner for three. Bounces out. Stevens trying to save it, but he had a foot on the line. That'll be possession to the Blazers. Rafi Celis, no hesitation. Saw a little bit of daylight, and he took it. Andy Himao checks back into the ball game here for the Fighting Maroons. They're down by 13 with 6:14 left to play here in the third quarter. Ancheta with the basketball, gets it to Liwag. The Blazers up by 13. Celis again. Celis the drive. That time it's a miss. Oh, but they're going to count that shot. They'll call an offensive or basket interference rather on the Fighting Maroons. Take a look at that one more time. Celis right there. Calling that one on Palanca. Hemao. It's a wide open lane to the basket to cut it down to 13. Hemao now with 9 points in the ball game for UP. Celis again. Celis shot. Baila might have gotten a piece of that. Remogat has it. Pulls up from the mid-range, and it's rebounded here by Hukom. Ancheta wasting no time, flips it up. Can't get it to go. Hemao ahead to Palanca could not finish off the lob pass from Remogat. And it's Sanchez on the other end here for the Blazers. Halfway mark of the third quarter. The lead is 13 for CSB. And an offensive foul called there on the Blazers. Well, makes Palanca a sorry miss at the rim that time. Great feed by Remoga, just could not connect. Baila, the mid-range jumper. It's not gonna go. Miles trying to secure the offensive rebound. It lands in the hands of Palanca, who finishes for an and one opportunity. Nigs Palanca showing the efforts and trims down this lead to 11. Palanca recovering that basketball after the scruffle between Miles and Liwag. Ball landed in his hands, and he's at the free throw line now to try and trim it down to a 10-point lead. Palanca finishes. And UP trims this lead down. It's Sanchez with the basketball for CSB. Torres fires for three. Hemao has it. Hemao loses a hand on the basketball. It's on the floor. And so is Poyos. As a foul was called, and possession arrow, or possession rather, will go to CSB. That'll be the third team foul on the Fighting Maroons. We're still down by 10. Liwag has it. Gets it inside to Torres. Torres finishes, and he is fouled and will shoot an extra free throw for an and one opportunity. Oh, this was just a great connection between Liwag and Torres. Hemao was there to meet him, but did not meet him cleanly. And Torres is at the free throw line to try and complete this three-point play. The lead is 12 for CSB and make that 13. Poyos had that ball almost stripped by Torres. And Torres has just been a pest on the defensive end, making life extremely difficult for any ball handler of the Fighting Maroons all throughout this ball game. He'll be hounding Poyos this time. Poyos goes behind the back, gets it to Pre. Pre will drive. Hands it off to Miles. Misfires on the pass. Hukom has it. Moore, clear path to the rim, and SJ finishes. And this is their largest lead of the afternoon for CSB. It's a 15-point deficit facing the Fighting Maroons. Pre backs down Moore. Pre underneath. And a travel called on VJ Pre. Boy, the Blazers running this play perfectly, giving a clear flight path to SJ Moore, who lays it up and in. Put that one on a poster, even if it wasn't a poster. Liwag tried to tap it out to Sanchez, and that's going to be a turnover here. Ball will head back the other way to the Fighting Maroons. 71-56 is our score. 3 minutes and change remaining here in the third quarter. It's Hemao. Briones to Pre. And UP, just a boatload of turnovers right now, not helping them get back into this ball game. Under 3 minutes to play here in the third. Torres, guarded by Poyos, will step back for three and knock it down. Poyos makes it an 18-point game with 2:47 left to play in the third quarter. (74-56) is our score here. It's an 18-point lead for CSB, and the runs just continue to happen for the Blazers. Torres knocking it down to send it into the timeout and push this lead up to 18, the largest lead of the ball game for CSB. A foul called here against the Blazers. That's only going to be their third team foul. Adam Liwag will get called for that one. That's going to be his second personal foul. Briones, guarded by Hukom, gets it to Hemao. Hemao out to Pre. VJ will drive. He'll put it up. A reverse shot, no good. SJ might have gotten a piece of that. And I believe they'll be taking a review at this call here. The officials will head to the replay monitor and they'll take a quick review. So upon review, the players will have to head to their benches. And we'll have to wait for the call made by the officiating crew. It is a 18-point lead for CSB. Holding the fort here against the home team. Here's that block by Liwag. And then it was Moore and Miles who were battling for that loose ball. So that's what the Officials are taking a review at it from our POV. That was a very, very close call to make. And they'll be able to look at this one very closely. Well, still a lot of time if you're the UP Fighting Maroons. With one more quarter to play. A couple of minutes left here in the third. Take a look at that one more time. Liwag gets the block, then it's Miles and Moore who get at it. Might need a closer look at that. Along with that last play, the officials are also taking a look at the official time on the clock as the play progressed. Every second, every minute is going to count down the line here. Got a whole crew of officials trying to sort this out. The teams are still requested to head to their benches as they sort things out here. All right, so our official time here in the third quarter, 2:25 left to play, 4.8 seconds on the shot clock. That'll be the Fighting Maroons with possession. Hemao, the inbounder, gets it out to Pre. Pre, the drive, the fake, the up and under by VJ is good. Little highlight play from VJ Pre to trim down this lead. 2 minutes and change remaining here in the third quarter. Hukom, he's guarded by Sanchez. And an offensive foul called here against Sanchez. So Justin Sanchez gets called for his third personal foul. That's also going to be the 15th foul on CSB. Pre with the basketball. He's guarded by Sanchez. Briones has it. Out to Hemao. He'll have 8 seconds on the shot clock. The fake. The pass and the drive inside by Ganny Stevens is good. Well, Hemao faked everybody on that three-point attempt, leaving Ganny Stevens wide open. It's SJ Moore who pulls up from deep. It'll be short. Sanchez with the rebound. They'll get a second chance opportunity here for CSB. Torres has it. Torres can't get it to fire. Pre with the basketball. UP has numbers. Remogat from deep. Knocks it down. Lead cut down to 11 for CSB. And all of a sudden, the UP crowd is alive with a minute to go here in the third quarter. Sanchez is double teamed. Torres left wide open. That'll be a miss. Remogat with the basketball. He'll pull up from way downtown and knock it down. Noy Remogat with a 6-point swing all on his own. And then we got an 8-point ball game. Liwag inside to Sanchez, double, triple teamed. Boy, what a sequence here. First, the dime inside by Stevens to get his 10th point of the game. Then Remogat from downtown, and then this from deep, hitting it from way out in the parking lot to trim this lead down. We got ourselves a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. But UP giving up the foul over the foul limit. So that has sent Justin Sanchez to the free throw line. Sanchez silencing the crowd momentarily. Re-extends the lead to 9. Sanchez splits the free throws, but it's recovered by Torres. It's a 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Torres guarded by Remogat. Sanchez fakes, gives up the pass. Torres from deep, knocks it down. The officials ruled it. Basket does not count. The shot clock expired before Torres let that one loose. So shot will not count. Pre will have 0.7 here. Remogat from the other end of the court. That's not going to go. And it'll be a 9-point ball game heading into the fourth quarter. UP showing signs of life. We'll see if that life is reignited in the fourth quarter. Well, just moments ago, the UP crowd had not a lot to cheer for, but after a 6-point swing by Noy Remogat, they are back up on their seats cheering for their home squads, trying to protect home court here at the UP Diliman Varsity Training Center. And that third quarter was huge for the Fighting Maroons, especially towards the end. They started off that first quarter very strong. An 8-0 run for UP to start off that third quarter, with guys like James Payosing and Jacob Baila getting it done, but then Rafi Celis reintroduced himself, went on a mini run of his own, but then UP went right back to it towards the end of that quarter to try and get back into the ball game, and that's exactly what they did. They showed signs of life. But in the fourth quarter, they'll look to revive themselves and get in the lead for the first time. The Fighting Maroons have not led all throughout. Meanwhile, for CSB, they have had their largest lead of the ball game numerous times all throughout. And now we head into the fourth and final quarter here between the Blazers and the Fighting Maroons. It's Sanchez underneath, guarded by Hemao. Hemao strips that ball away. Remogat gets it inside to Baila. Jacob to Gani. Ball is loose. It's recovered by CSB. Sanchez gets it to Torres. Torres off the screen from Sanchez, gets the mismatch on Stevens. Goal in the corner. Back to Torres. Hukom for 3. No can do. UP back with it. Remogat. Try to get it inside to Pre. It's Baila who recovers the basketball. VJ, the handoff to Baila. Jacob finding Hemao. Andy pulls up and knocks it down. Back down to a 7-point ball game. Celis with the basketball in their hands, using the screen from goal. Rafi picks up his dribble. Gani working on the defensive end to try to get the poke. It's Hukom open for three. Bounces out. Hemao securing the rebound. And now a chance for UP to bring it to within 5 or 4. Hemao will go for the lay-in. Misses the lay. And Stevens. Gani Stevens gets fouled, but the shot will not count. The foul will be called on the floor. So that'll be the first team foul on CSB. That'll be the first foul here on CSB. Basket will not count for Gani. Ramogat with the basketball from way downtown again. Not gonna go that time from Noy. And we head back the other way to CSB. Galas has it, hands it off to Celis. Using the screen from Liwag, Rafi crosses, kicks it out. Hukom the lay-in. Not gonna go, it's Stevens who recovers with the basketball. Maga gets it to Baila. UP taking their time here. Baila finding Pre. Fakes, puts it up. And a bit of a miscom there between VJ Pre and Jacob Baila. Baila wanted Pre to take that one. Some hesitation coming from VJ. Leads into a turnover for UP, who are down by 7. Baila hounding Ancheta. Ancheta has that ball stripped away. And out of bounds it goes. CSB with the turnover. That'll be another opportunity for the Fighting Maroons to trim down this lead. It's Remogat, Pre, Stevens, Maga, and Baila on the floor here for UP. Noy gets inside, puts it up, bounces out, and Allen Liwag is running. Galas on the break. Galas puts it up and in. Lead back up to 9 for CSB. And now the Blazers are getting on their own break here, as we got a play call being stopped as the officials call another timeout. There was a reset on the officials' clock there, so official time remaining 6:50 here in the fourth quarter. Official score 77-68. It is still a 9-point lead for CSB here in the ball game. Hemao with the basketball. Gets it inside to Stevens. Galas commits the foul. That'll be the second team foul on CSB. Shot clock resets at 14 for the Fighting Maroons. It's Maga who has it. Inside to Pre, guarded by Liwag. VJ steps back for the jumper. It rolls out for VJ Pre. Ancheta guarded again by Baila. Ancheta trying to shake him off. Hukom has it. He'll drive inside. He'll pull up from the free throw line. Can't get the bounce to go. And Gani Stevens with a rebound. Up ahead pass by Hemao to Pre, and it's disrupted by Ancheta. That'll leave the Fighting Maroons with 19 seconds on the shot clock. Iniguez checks in for VJ Pre. 19 seconds on the shot clock here for UP. Hemao asking for the screen. Iniguez will give it. And so will Stevens. That'll free up Andy for three. And he knocks it down from deep. Hemao getting the triple to fall to cut the lead down to 6. 5:30 to play here in the fourth quarter. Ancheta looking to answer, responds. Tough shot by Ancheta to push the lead back up to 9. Baila has it. Baila the drive. The miss. Stevens underneath. Will not go, but he will be fouled. 2 free throws coming up for Gani Stevens. That'll be the third team foul here on CSB. Boy, Hemao patiently waiting to get open. And when he did, he let it loose and drained it from 3. Same thing, same result for Ancheta on the other end for the Blazers. To push the lead back up to 9 as Gani Stevens trims down the lead to 8. 5:07 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's Stevens at the line for UP. Gani goes 2 for 2. Lead back down to 7. Some substitutions here for UP as Noire Moga checks back into the ball game. Rainier Maga will take a seat for UP. It's Ancheta, Galas, Torres, Liwag, and more on the floor here for the Blazers. Liwag up top to Galas. That ball is stripped away, but it's off the leg of UP. And it'll still be a 7-point lead for the Blazers here as they talk it out into this timeout. 4:48 left to play here in this ball game. A 7-point lead for the Blazers. Looking to add to it. Torres can't get it to go. Hukom recovers with the offensive rebound. It's Ancheta with the basketball. He uses the screen from Liwag. Ancheta thought about it. He'll take it. Bounces out. Hemao with the basketball. Hemao up ahead to Stevens. And the pass too high up that time for Gani Stevens. A misfire on the pass by Hemao will be a turnover here for UP. 4:24 remains here in the fourth quarter. Ancheta has it. Ancheta guarded by Stevens. And Remogat gets the steal. Noy fakes, puts it up. He's rejected. Ancheta and Hukom running. Baila with a chase down. But they'll call basket interference. That shot will count for Justin Sanchez. So there will be a coach's challenge being made here on this block attempt by Jacob Baila. The initial call by the officials was basket counts for Matt Hukom. And if it does push through, that'll be a 9-point lead for the Blazers. Let's take a look at it one more time here. Ancheta hands it off to Hukom, then it's Baila from way behind. Tough call to make, but looks like Baila might have gotten there in time to meet the criteria for a clean block. The officials are taking a review at it. Here's a closer look. Baila. He's been known to have those chase downs in the league here. Thought he timed that one perfectly. So it is going to be a successful challenge by the Fighting Maroons. Shot will not count. It'll be a block credited to Jacob Baila, but it'll be the Blazers with possession. Liwag has it. Torres. Again, the mismatch on Stevens. Torres from way downtown. Can't knock it down. Ancheta recovers with the offensive rebound. Another opportunity here for CSB. Ancheta with 3 seconds to shoot. Torres again. Too strong still for Torres. And UP has it. Hemao with the basketball. Andy pulls up from deep. Almost a 4-point play opportunity. But he'll step up to shoot 3 free throws here for the Fighting Maroons. So 3 free throws for Andy Hemao. This will be big free throws for UP. And he misses the first of 3. First game for Andy Hemao for the UP Fighting Maroons. It's been stellar so far, but he's missed 2 straight free throws. Got 1 more on the line here. Third free throw is good for Hemao. That'll trim down the lead to 6. Blazers with the basketball. Ancheta left wide open from deep. Bounces out. Baila with the rebound. Hemao quickly up ahead in the corner. And it's Remogat who drills it. And we got a 3-point ball game. The chants of defense are back from the UP faithful. Torres has it. Gets it to Liwag. Liwag flips it up over Stevens. Not gonna go. UP possession. UP down by 3. This is the closest they've been since the second quarter. The handoff to Remogat. Noy steps back for 3. No can do. The tip in by Palanca is no good. Battle for the rebound, and Liwag secures it for the Blazers. It's Torres against Baila. Baila trying to poke it away. Torres, the drive, the block by Baila. Well, not in his house, he says. Jacob Baila swatting it away. And the officials trying to settle things here between Migs Palanca and Galas. I see the replay here right there. It was Hemao getting pushed by Galas, but officials say play on, and I agree. Baila gets the steal. UP in transition in the corner. Hemao fakes. Hemao tried to get it inside to Stevens, and a turnover by the Fighting Maroons. Under 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. And it's the Blazers who have possession. They are up by 3. Ancheta gets it to Torres. 5 seconds to shoot. Sanchez fakes, sets, fires. In and out. And Stevens gets it to Remogat. Noy is looking. Has to pass it out. Hemao with the basketball. Hemao has it for UP. Hemao drives, puts it up, knocks it in. Welcome to the Fighting Maroons, Andy Hemao. He cuts the lead down to 1. 1 minute and 2 remains here in the fourth quarter. Well, Andy Hemao introducing himself to the UP community And they are loving every second of it. He cuts down the lead to 1. And I think I've said this a couple of times already, but this is the closest UP has been since the first quarter when CSB were up 3-0. Momentum has greatly shifted here at the UP Diliman Varsity Training Center. And now it's the Fighting Maroons with momentum, but it's still CSB with the lead and with possession. A quality basket here would mean the world for the Blazers. It'll be Ancheta, Sanchez, Torres, Liwag, and Hukom for CSB. Under a minute to play here in the fourth quarter. Ancheta gets it to Hukom, kicks it out, 3 seconds to shoot. Ancheta pulls it up, can't get it to go. Torres with the offensive rebound, and they will reset. Shot clock at 10 for CSB. Liwag inside, shot does not count. That is a foul on the floor. And surprisingly, that'll be the first team foul on the Fighting Maroons here. Still a long way to go before free throws for CSB, and not a lot of time remaining. Hukom, the inbounder, gets it to Sanchez. Torres with the basketball, out to Hukom. Torres back with it. Sanchez pulls up from 3. No can do. The rebound to UP. A chance for them to take the lead. Hemao fakes, fires, puts it up, and he is fouled and will shoot 2 free throws. Andy Hemao with a chance to give UP their first lead of the ball game at the free throw line. Hemao ties it. .6 remains on the game clock. The Fighting Maroons have not led the entirety of this ball game. And now Andy Amao has a chance to give them that. First lead of the game for UP. 81-80, 2.6 seconds remains here in this one. Well, 2.6 seconds remains here in this fourth quarter. A chance for CSB to win it at the horn. UP just needs one more stop, and they'll take home the victory right here at home. The Fighting Maroons did not lead at any point in this ball game. This score that you're seeing right now, this is their first lead of the game. And what a time to be up in front with 2.6 seconds remaining in the game. The Blazers will have possession. They'll have options. They'll have Hugo, Mancheta, Torres, Sanchez, and Liwag. The 5 on the floor here for CSB. And 2.6 seconds rather is a lot of time to get a decent look. This was that foul that sent Andy Hamao to the free throw line and take the lead for the UP Fighting Maroons. And I don't know if there's a better way to introduce yourself to a fan base than what Andy Hamao has shown here today. A much anticipated debut, and a debut that has not disappointed. If they could come home with a victory here, that'd just be the cherry on top for Hamao and the Fighting Maroons. But the Blazers didn't come all this way to go home empty-handed. They're gonna try and get the victory here. They'll have 2.6 seconds on the clock to work with. I believe they're taking a review at the official time here. At the moment the foul was made, the officials are at the replay monitor. Now they're at the official scoreboard. Try and settle this official time here. Well, they added some time back on the clock here. It'll be 3.6 seconds, the official time remaining. 3.6 seconds to get a shot up for CSB. 3.6 seconds for UP to get a stop. So much anticipation here between these two squads. And it's down to the final seconds here. So 3.7 seconds, the official time here. UP Fighting Maroons will have some time to talk it out. We'll take a break here. Well, still so much basketball to be played here. Here's our schedule for tomorrow on Sunday. I'll start things off here with SSCR versus UST. Then it'll be Perpetual going up against NU at 11 o'clock. At 1 p.m. it'll be the Mapua Cardinals and the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Then at 3 p.m. it'll be Latran and Arellano. Then to close things off here, it'll be the UP Fighting Maroons. Their second game in 2 days. They'll be going up against the LPU Pirates. All that action happening here at the UP Diliman Varsity Training Center. Sunday, April 26th. So make sure you catch all of those games. Make sure you stick around for this one as well, because this is going to be a highly contested final possession for both CSB and UP. 3.7 seconds remaining. The official time, UP is up by 1. One basket for Benilde. One stop for UP. That is all they're looking for. It'll be Torres, the inbounder. It's Baila who guards him. Torres. Trying to draw up a play, gets it to Hukom. Hukom fires in the corner. Not gonna go, ball battered around, and that'll do it. The UP Fighting Maroons take the victory at home. They come back from down big and win it by a single point against the CSB Blazers. It was defense at the end of the day, and a Reyes Barbecue rebounder of the game. Gani Stevens with 11 rebounds. A solid effort for the big man, Gani Stevens. Always hustling on defense and on offense. That's where a lot of those rebounds came from for Gani. And what a game, what a way to end off the final matchup for today's NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour, and our best player of the game here, number 7, Andy Hemao, making his debut for the UP Fighting Maroons, ending it with 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. A fitting end to his debut game here in the 2026 NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. Your final score here, 81-80, a 1-point win for the UP Fighting Maroons, and they will gladly take it in front of their home fans. Well, that'll do it for us here. Thank you for joining us here for our coverage of the NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. This has been Kobe Dio, and we'll see you next time. Be back here tomorrow at the UP Varsity Training Center.